Welcome to the United Show, and it's the post-match reaction today. Everton versus Manchester United, and Everton go down 1-0. I'm having a feeling that my sound is not going to be good. Garth, please speak. Say hello. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm great, mate. Yeah, I can hear you fine. I can hear you fine. So, but yeah, awful game. Awful game.
It's killed it for me. My sound is gone again. You take over for a second. Just give your
Uh,
your review on the game, and I will be back on. Give me a sec.
yeah, awful game from Man United. Slow to start, awfully slow to start. It was so bad. First 5-10 minutes, I swear, they would just let Everton attack us. So many individual errors across the pitch. That's the biggest takeaway from the day for me is the amount of misplaced passes, the amount of unforced errors. It's just disgraceful for a team of our caliber. That it isn't good enough. It isn't good enough from us. Those misplaced passes and unforced errors as well. They're just breaking down our gameplay, which doesn't allow us to transition into attack at any point. Oh, he's back. Yeah, you good, Dave?
Yeah, I'm back. I'm all
There
good.
we
I'm all
go.
good. I'm all
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
So yeah. Dreadful game. Dreadful performance. We're awful from 1 to 11 across the pitch. To be fair, so
It's bad. It was real bad. The game started for me. The game started off, and we're just giving them the ball. They're giving us it back, and it was just like to me, to you, to me, to you. And I'm like, how can we not play football? Have we? Does players just not know how to like move the ball quickly? It was ridiculous. I was sitting there just thinking, we're on for a beating here. At Everton, you know what happens at Goodison Park. If they get their tails up, we're under pressure, and they're going to get a goal. We're never going to keep a clean sheet. And then what we're going to do? We couldn't even muster up a real good chance. Like, okay, we had a header from Rashford. It's a bit, you're never expecting that to go in. You have a long shot. You have that last minute one from Ronaldo. But really, how can we not probe their defense when they're struggling against everybody? I can't believe it. Let's just quickly get a few of these comments in, and then let's go to the review of the players. So you got Red Lion here saying, "I'm done with this team. This team are disgraced to the shirt. A pathetic bunch of losers." Wow.
oof,
Paul
oof.
James, what a shambles of a football club.
Yeah,
Paul, once again, too many cons than pros. Playing Ronaldo, he should have came off. I don't know who you're going to came off for, but we're struggling, mate. We got no options.
Mm.
Tear Bruno's contract up, right? Red line.
He had a bad game. He had a bad game. There's no way.
He did. He did. Well, Ragnick couldn't build something out of Lego. Not with them Lego pieces anyway.
No, yeah.
I don't think anyone can do anything with these Lego pieces at the minute. We've got Hussein saying, "Bro, I don't care. Someone should just break."
Oh, no. I feel you, but no.
He didn't kill him. He didn't do too bad today, to be fair. But
No,
it was
no.
off him. It was off him that it went in, though. But
Yeah,
trust it to be him that hits off. That's
yeah,
the only way he
you
won't
gotta
be able
feel
to
for him.
play. It's true, though. That is the only way he won't be able to play
No, yeah,
because
yeah, yeah.
that's. You know what, Garth? That's the one thing I fear with the new manager coming in. That he's going to be told, listen, whatever you do, you can do anything you want, but you have to play Maguire. I'm like thinking, please, I hope not. But anyway, let's not try and get on his back right now. Garth, let's go to the player ratings now. Right. Number one, David De Gea. What you got for him?
To
And let's see
be
if
fair,
you've got the same as me.
yeah,
I've
yeah,
already
yeah.
put mine in.
Same here.
Let's see what you got.
Mine are written down. So, to be fair to Haya, like I started at 5 though. Like he pulled off a couple of saves. He didn't have much to do. I've actually given him a 6 because that it is what it is. Yeah, yeah. Like he didn't do nothing wrong, did he? You know what I mean? He wasn't going to
Yeah,
stop that goal. It took a dirty deflection off Maguire, and apart from
yeah.
that, he pulled out a couple of decent saves, and I can't fault him anywhere else on the game. So it's not his fault we
100%. I
can't
agree
score.
with you. I agree with you with that one. Let's see what they say. Lingard would have done no more than Ronaldo. You know what? That's one player I think should get a bit more of a chance. You can't just keep bringing on Elanga when we know Lingard did so well for West Ham last season. Why not get him in? Paul James said Harry was decent. Yep, I agree with you there. Totally true. Keep getting your comments in, guys, because every player I go through, let's see what you guys got to say on them as well. Let's go with Tellez. Next man up, Tellez.
Tennis for me, I got him down at a 5. Again, they start on a 5. We just did nothing all game, so he's on a 5. He didn't impress me or unimpress me, to be fair. So yeah, he was all right. When he's an attacking outlet, isn't he? When he gets forward, he can put a ball in. So yeah, 5 for me. You gone 6? Yeah, average.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was looking at some of the other players who got lesser numbers, and I think he was one of our better players amongst a bad bunch, to be fair. And he was the only one really trying to move the ball, get up the line, and actually bust the gut to get a past Sancho. So I'm really going to give him a 6 for that, just because he was working harder than everyone else, and he showed the intensity that you need to have. It's just unfortunate all the other players, most of the other players didn't really have that, So let's see what they've got to say. Kate, she's just upset. She's crying. Katie. And then you got Stretford Sean saying, Fort Tellers did okay going forward, 6. You see? Well done, Paul James, 6. So I think you're outnumbered there, Garth. Outnumbered there, Garth.
No, if I start on a 5.
Give him a 6.
Yeah, no, it's a 6. He's average, isn't it? That's what I mean. He done all right. He was same for me. He was the best of the defence for me. Tellers.
Yeah, we'll have that. No problem. Okay, Maguire next.
Maguire and all 3 now, because I mean I had Tellers as the better one. The other 3 are all 4s for the defenders. So Maguire's a 4 for me. It weren't his fault for the deflection, but again, like I keep saying about him every week, twice in this game, he made silly mistakes that could have cost us a goal. 2 minutes, he comes with a clean slate. 2 minutes into this game, he plays a 5-yard ball straight off the pitch. Do you remember, literally? And I'm like, got it. Then the one where De Gea pulled out the save and he's bouncing all over the place. So yeah, like I say, it's only 1 below average, so 4 for me. So it's a 4 for Maguire.
Well, for me, I've given him a 5. It's not even gone on. I've given him a 5. I've given him a 5 because he wasn't as good as Tellez in terms of like what he was trying to do. Like I said, that mistake, like you said. And also, there's another time where he just lost the ball and we nearly let a goal. I think it was from Maguire, wasn't it? When Wan-Bissaka cleared it. So, there's a time where you just think, okay, he done okay. Other than that, that's why I'm not giving him a 4. I don't think he deserves a 4 for me. Let's see what the other guys say. Bobby Charlton would have done better today. 6, Maguire, he played well. Yeah, I think it's just slightly less than Tellez. I think Tellez was the better of the 4, and that's why everyone else pretty much gets similar results. So for me, that Lindelof. What you got for Lindelof?
Yeah, I mean, it's just exactly the same reasoning what we're going through. I guess it's going to look very similar. It's a 4 for me for Lindelof as well. That's what I mean. I'm not singling out. It was just if I start at 5, he definitely didn't play average. He played below average for me, 1 below average. Same as Lindelof. Again, no, they didn't really do much wrong. They just did nothing again, and it's becoming apparent in this team that there's a lot of our players that just do nothing. So, but 4 for Lindelof for me.
Yeah, well, I was looking at Lindelof, and one time the ball came out of the sky. It was in the air for a long, long time, and the guy is able to just bring it down, and then he's dropping back, and I'm like, what are you doing? Like, you can't allow a player to bring the ball down facing you. The ball's got basically behind him, and it's facing him, and he brings it down with his foot. And then he backs off so he can get a chance. And that's when who got that shot? I think it was Richarlison who actually ended up getting the shot. And there's both Maguire and Lindelof couldn't handle that. And I'm thinking, no. That's not what you need when you got this. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Stuff that don't look, it's just like, it should never happen.
Exactly,
top team, should never happen. What did Maguire do wrong today? I don't think he did much wrong, but he didn't do much right either. Red Lion said 6. Don't see the 4 mark for Harry. Yeah, I just think they both was a 5. So that's why, Tellez is the best of the 4. Maguire, Lindelof, both a 5. Wan-Bissaka, what are you giving him?
4 again, 4 for Wan-Bissaka. So I'm exactly the same as you. Tellez was the best of the 4 for me. So he gets the 5, and then the other 3 are on the 4s. This isn't. They're not getting deducted points. Any of these players for doing anything wrong. It's like I'm saying, they didn't do anything right. Like they didn't do anything. They did nothing. And you can sort of what did they do? They gave the ball away too much, and that's throughout the team. This isn't just individuals. That's why they've all got 4s, man, or 5s for you. You know what I mean? Like we're such a dead team at the moment. so man.
Yeah, you're right. Well, look what happened with me. I'm there thinking, you know what? We probably need Aaron Wan-Bissaka in there if we've got Maguire and Lindelof playing. And then I'm watching the game and I'm thinking, man, could we have done with Dallo? Like, to just move the one who get on the ball. He's a lot better and he's a lot more slicker. And I was thinking maybe we actually were better off with Dallo. So it's just a killer because they're both similar in ways where you think one's slightly better than the other at one thing, and then slightly better than the other at something else, and you think,
Yeah,
it doesn't really matter who plays in the end, really, because nothing
no.
really comes from it. So
In
the home team, we got Conkers Van der Persie saying the whole team were a joke. Go on,
yeah.
what are you saying?
In hindsight, Dallo is the better option today because Everton haven't done anything for weeks against anyone, and you've like in hindsight. But I wasn't upset with Wan-Bissaka being in there. So, but
Yeah,
like would Dallo have made any difference? I don't know. We were so dead up top that who knows? You know what I mean? It was a ghost town up there. So
it was. I think that it was just the supply levels, and it is just poor. It's just we have the wrong setup of players, and just I don't know, we got everything wrong. We got everything wrong.
nothing right, nothing.
Matic, what you got for Matic?
Matic is a 5 for me. Yeah, Matic is a 5. I thought Matic was all right today. He's his best years we know are, but they're not in front of him. We know that, but
Yeah,
he was all right. Yeah, 5.
I give Matic a 6 because he just done what he's supposed to do. He won the ball back, tried to like kind of probe with it, but again, it's just like nothing really happening. No movement. No like slick movement. It's like delayed movements. Everything's delayed, and he's done his job. I don't think he could have done any more because of the people around him. So I'm giving him a 6. I didn't think he was that bad today. You've got I agree. Delo should have started. So damn right. I think he should have started. It probably would have made a better difference for us. Then Fred played as well. He came off quite early. So for me, what are you saying for Fred?
5. Yeah, come out on the pitch with a 5. Done all right before he come off. So 5. So yeah.
Yeah, well, same with me. He comes on with a 6, so he comes off with a 6 for me. I kind of start them at 6s, and 5 has been like a little bit less for me. So
he's been one of our better players for weeks now, ain't he? To be fair, so it's actually disappointing to see Fred have to go off, which is, and you're bringing Paul Pogba on as well. You're actually disappointed with that. That's mad. Mad times we live in. Mad times.
Yeah, exactly. We got Matic was just there. Next up was Bruno Fernandes. What did you give him then?
Mate, he got like a 3 from me today. A 3. One of the worst performances I've seen from Bruno Fernandes. It really was in my now. Whether that's the game plan not working to him or whether he was just lost, that's a different argument. But performance today was a 3. Yeah, 4. He was just bad.
Yeah, He was. He for some reason, this guy. He was what do you say? He's given, like when Mata's come on, and he's playing well, and he's keeping the ball. But whenever, and I'm looking at him going, oh, that's Bruno with the ball. Oh, he ain't gonna keep it. In my head, I'm saying he's not gonna keep it because he can't keep the ball. He just can't retain the ball. Mata just knows exactly what he's doing, when to do it, and I swear Bruno should be able to do that by now. And I don't understand what's happened with him, to be fair, because he was showing way more levels than this when he first came. Way more levels. I don't know what's happening, but I don't know. And you've got Paul saying Bruno was a 2. Absolutely.
Yeah. Fair play.
I gave him a 4, didn't I? So that was a 4. What do you think of Rashford then? What do you think Rashford got?
That ain't Rashford. That's not Marcus Rashford. That that one that come in that he didn't get a touch on, that one from Fernandes that come over the top, and that it would have been like 2 years ago. Rashford is gobbling that up, it up like it's dinner time. I don't know what's happened to the poor kid. I don't want to write a man off, but it feels like he's done out there almost. Nothing's going right for him, and you can only keep trying to play through adversity until it starts to fit. I don't know, but I've got him down. Well, I go for Fernandes a 3, didn't I? Yeah, it's a 3 for Rashford as well for me. Ooh. I know he had the header.
Wow.
But it's 3, 4. It's a high 3, low 4. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Right. I'm giving him a 5. I think he played slightly better than Bruno. He had that chance, and he also had the header as well. He made that good run, and he had the header. But apart from that, he was poor. He gave the ball away. He just doesn't look like he knows the game. It's weird. It's like he doesn't understand football. When you're watching him now, It's like he's just reacting to stuff. He's not anticipating things. He's not being proactive. He ran around a little bit more today because he realized he needed to. But it's like with football, if your timing is off, like your timing defensively, your timing attacking, your timing on the ball, you'd look a totally different player. I get that. I get that when I play FIFA. It's weird, but when I play FIFA and I keep playing like for a whole day, I'm amazing by the end of the day. If I stop playing for like a few days and I come back to it and I'm thinking I'm going to be amazing, I'll get relegated because I'll get to League One and I'm all on fire. Then I get relegated because I can't get that timing back until I play a few more games and get in the groove. And I think that's what Rashford's got right now. He's got a problem with his timing and his it's all in his head. This is all in his head. What I mean by that is it's all down to mentality. Like at the moment, he's letting it get the better of him. And he just needs to relax and do, you know, and just play relaxed. And that's it. Bruno thinks he's better than what he is. Well, Mr. Fernandes, you not that great buddy. Oh, my God. From Just Donny. Damn right. You know what? He's not. It's mad. It's like the goals papered over the cracks. It feels like that. I just don't know what it is. Is it like the wrong mix of players? There are too many players of the same stature on the pitch. It's like, you need like that mix, but we don't have it. It's just weird. I feel like we just need to give up for this season and just say, you know what, let's just fast forward to next year. This is killing me. Rashi 5, gone.
No, I was gonna say the season's done. The season's done. And Fernandes, it feels like I mean I never played at a level, so at the levels I played, there's always one kid who's the best, and then someone else come in and they're a little bit better. And then that kid, instead of just continuing playing his game, that was he was good at, he then tries to change things to be the best again, if that makes sense. And that's what it feels like from Fernandes for me. Like he's changed something, and instead of just sitting in the pocket, like the commentator said, you saw him like deep left at one point. You know what I mean? Like we don't need you out there, mate. Like, but yeah. Anyway, so sorry.
I'm gonna go with this one first. I'm giving Sancho a 6. He was on a 5. He was on a 5. But that last 15, 20 minutes when Mata came on, he started picking up his game. And that was more to do with the ball being moved around a lot quicker. And he started looking very, very dangerous again, back to the old Sancho that we've been seeing of late. So I was thinking, Sancho, you are quiet today. You're nowhere to be seen. But you weren't having a particularly bad game. You just wasn't involved at all. So I'm giving him a 6 because I don't think he was as bad as Rashford on a 5. And definitely not as bad as Bruno on a 4. I just think he was probably... He redeemed himself to a 6 because of them little dinks, them little jinks, and that ball at back post from Wan-Bissaka. I think that did enough for him to just scrape a 6. Other than that, he would have been a 5. But yeah, what you got to say?
Apart from the fact I'm obviously one below you always, I've got him exactly the same 5. I thought exactly what Paul's saying, exactly what you were saying. Like it wasn't his fault. It was a bad game around him. He had nothing all game. You know what I mean? Like so, we didn't utilise him. And as you're saying, Nathan, the moment Matt come on and started utilising his space and in his pace, he starts playing better. And you see this too often now at Man United. That's not playing to people's strengths. Yeah, it's a madness. But yeah, I've got him at a 5. So like exactly the same reasoning as you with the 6. It was nothing to do with him. When he did get moving, he was good. So.
Okay, Albert Higginbottom saying Sancho was poor today. Paul James saying Sancho was due a bad game, to be fair. Got his shiny new contract. That was to do with Bruno, I think. Hey, guys, can't stand the pain. I know, Bobby. It is painful watching this. It is painful watching United right now, knowing that they were just never going to get a goal back. It was really like, we're not getting a goal, are we? We're not really going to be getting a goal. No. So anyway, we move on to Ronaldo. What have you given Ronaldo? Because I've given him a fat 5.
Well, I've got this one like scribbled in. It was a 4, then it was a 3, then it was a 4, then it was a 3 again. It's there. It's low 4 will go. It's a 4. He was non-existent. No, it's a 3 for him. It's a 3. He was as bad as Rashford for me. He was as bad as Rashford, but he did nothing. Yeah, he did nothing. He did he didn't do. This is what I'm trying to get to. Like, if it's a 4, I've got to think of something he did. He did nothing all game, really. Like, he was non-existent.
He had that shot towards the end, didn't he? Had that shot towards the end.
That's what I mean.
That was it.
Yeah, 3-4. But the
thing is,
3-4. So, sorry.
You know why I've given him a 5? It's because You come on with a 6, you're going to get a 5 because you're slightly below at the coming on level. He got that chance. He was sharp. He was looking like he did want the ball. He wasn't sharp. I mean, he looked like if he got the ball, he's going to score or he's going to do something. We just didn't get him the ball the whole game. It was service problem today. It wasn't him in terms of he got the ball, he gave it away a lot, and he was just like dropping, losing everything. He actually looked like he really wanted to win, but just no one could get him the ball. And that's why I'm giving him a 5. He still didn't have the best of games. When he got his little chance, he did get a shot on target. It was a good connection. I'm going to give him a 5. I don't think he was as bad as a Bruno or them guys. So that's what I've got to say there. Bobby says, KS1 TV says, tell me it's a glitch in the Matrix. I play Mata in the Bruno. Totally right, Paul.
Yeah.
Mata makes things tick, mate. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to... Anyway, I don't even talk about that anymore. Everyone talking about, he's slow, he's not that fast. Who cares? The ball moves faster than anyone on the pitch. Play this guy. Look how when he comes on, the ball's moving every second. And then we start getting chances because we're moving the players around. That's what I want to see, man. But anyway,
2 minutes into him coming off the bench, all I kept thinking was silk. This geezer's silk. He's so good, Matter, on the ball. It's ridiculous, but
exactly.
Anyway,
this guy, mate, he'll be just like what's his name at City. Well, he just left, anyway. What's his name? He left last year. Silva.
Yeah.
He reminds me of that kind of player. If he was at City now, they'd all be still raving on about him, right? They'd be playing every week, raving on about him. Anyway,
well, he's down in Spain, isn't he?
I think that's Kears. Yeah. And watch what he does when he goes.
Watch exactly. Yeah, watch
Kears,
what he. It's got to be Kears as well. Yeah.
Tin Hag says Ronaldo needs service. Paul, let me know. Was I wrong about Lampard? Is he actually good? I need you to tell me. No, you were right. We are just pants.
Yep. There's no denying it.
Poggers, I'm going to go off on one here.
Yeah,
Poggers,
go on.
Mate, you might as well just move to Real Madrid now, mate. I've had enough. Look. It's like the levels of energy. I don't think he can just... He can't get to them levels of energy that we need. And this team, we're struggling. We need someone to pull their finger out, and he needs dragging up with people who are doing really well. But he can't be the one who drags, if you get what I mean. It seems like he's just not... I don't know what happened today. Is he interested today? Is he just going with it? Or what's going on? Is he just got no... He always fouls people. He's dragging everyone down now. I'm like, Pogba, I didn't ever say this about you for all these years. Like, I've always, backed your corner. But at the moment, you're not showing me what I want to see. You're not showing me what I want to see. You are slow in the game at the moment. I don't know what's going on. But please just move it quickly and stop standing on the ball and waiting for them to come and tackle you so you can hold them and then nearly lose it. You know, it's just so annoying, man. Just move the ball quick and be you. Right? I know it's hard because you have to play it according to other players' movements and stuff. But man, it hurts. You weren't playing too well today, Pogs. I'm giving you a 4. What are you saying, Carl?
Yeah, I've got him. Again, this was like Ronaldo 3/4, so we'll give him a go to 4. Like, it's so bad, and I know this isn't true because no football things like this, but it's got so bad with Pogba now. Like, he got booked within 4 minutes of coming on, didn't he? And I was like, do you know what? It's almost like you're doing that on purpose, so you haven't got to do a battling midfield role for the rest of the game.
Yeah, exactly.
And I know he hasn't done that, but that's how bad it's got with him now. Like, I'm just like, every little thing he's doing, I'm like, but his head ain't in Man United. It hasn't been for 6 months or so, has it? Like, he has a couple of games here or there, and he rips it up. We know how good he can be, and I'm sure when he goes Madrid or Paris Saint-Germain or what you think, I'm sure he'll destroy it as well. But he's a detriment to our team. He's a detriment to our team.
At the moment, that performance was definitely, and there's been a number of them this season that I've not been happy at all with. Moving on to Elanga, I know he just came on for a bit. I don't think he did too much. I don't think he did enough at the same time. But I still got to say he's going to get a 5 for me. He tried hard. He was trying to run. Nothing really came of anything. So look, it was poor. But look, so let's face it. We should have never brought Pogba back. Bobby says. I think that's a bit debatable, but is Pogba that good? I think, when he's on his game and there's people running around him and there's quality running around him, he's a total different player. But when you're asking him to do everything, he's a total different player. So, yeah.
Yeah, in
What you got to
hindsight,
say
we
on him?
definitely shouldn't have bought him for 90 mil. But at the time when we bought him, he was the world's best player, basically. You know what I mean? Like, he literally
Yeah.
was one of the best in the. So, but I know what you mean. 100% now. No, he's been a waste for 5 years. Are we on Alanga? I was exactly the same, mate. Yeah, I gave him a 5.
Right.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
And then Mata, he comes on for me, and he's our best player on the pitch.
Yeah.
He moves the
Yeah.
ball. I said straight away, I posted in our group, I was like, listen, when he comes on, we will definitely play better football, that's for sure. And then we start popping it, getting it back. It's just little 5-yard passes here and there. And that's why I tell you what Van der Beek does a lot. And that's why I would like to see Van der Beek and the Mata in the side and then pace around them so it doesn't obviously kill them. You can't have a Matic, Maguire, Mata, and Van der Beek. You're going to die. But you can use the right players. And I'm sure Ten Hag is going to give Van der Beek his chance to show us whether he can do something or not in a free in the midfield or something like that. So we'll see that. And I'm sure we'll see more of Mata if he stays. I'm guessing he's going to go. But I'll be sad to see him go because he's got a great record for United. And we've totally misused him throughout the years.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous how he's sitting on the bench. All these other players are playing so consistently more than him. Anyway, what you got to say on Mata? Because I'm loving him.
Yeah, no, I'm exactly the same. Best player on the pitch, 6 for me. Like, if he'd been on longer or we'd scored, it would have been a 7, or an 8, because he changed the game almost. You know what I mean? With his, like you're saying, slick passes. It's not just the simple ones as well. It's the simple ones that take a player out. That's what Man United just don't do. That's what I noticed. Like, we don't draw a player and take that player out of the game with a pass. We're just passing in front of them all the time, and we can't break them down. So, yeah, best player. Yeah, he's gone obviously, so it's a shame. Ajax, I've never saw it because I wasn't watching Ajax then, but Ten Hag played Van der Beek in the number 10 role. So it's going to be interesting to see if he does, because obviously he hasn't done that well with Everton, has he? You know what I mean? But you presume, like you're saying, Ten Hag will give him some minutes, at least try him. So hopefully he can do that matter role. But yeah, best player in the park, 6. Yeah, 6.
Yeah, definitely. I agree there. So many bad buys. Maguire, Donny, Pogba, Ronaldo. I just think, to be fair, Stretty, Sean, you're quite right there. But none of them have turned out to be great buys. I could say Donny is still on the shelf until I see him play more games, and then we say he's bad. But at the moment, I have to put him in the bad buy section. Maguire, definitely a bad buy. Pogba, he's kind of like, he really had good seasons when he first came. And then obviously when the team got so much worse, it became like he was a target. And he didn't do as much as he could have. That's what I'm saying. He needs to be in a side which is established. And then he's an absolute killer where you're not looking at him. Like, he's just the player who you look at as the McTominay. If you get what I mean. He needs to be in the side where he's like a McTominay, where he should be that player no one really looking at. Then all of a sudden, he's going to kill it because he's got left foot, right foot. He's got everything about him. And that's when he kills it. So anyway, that's everyone that came on. What are you giving Ragnick? What do you think Ragnick should get today?
I'm adamant that what Ragnick is doing is setting up the team and just trying every player possible now. Like, he knows this season's done, you know what I mean? And whether that's a good thing, it's not a good thing. It's a bad thing for us watching it. So it's almost like, what do I give him? Because he's setting this up. Because like today's formation was very similar to how Ten Hag would set up, which is like one defensive fullback with one like inverted fullback almost in Tellez, who moves forward, and then the 3 defenders come across with one defensive midfielder in Matic dropping back. Like, so, but if you're talking about the match itself, I mean, he got a 4. Yeah, 4 he gets. It's bad. But it's Everton. We should have smashed. We should have smashed them up. But how much can you blame on the players on the pitch? You know, before. Yeah, I'm going
4. For me, I think he picked more or less a side that I think that you can the best side you can pick. So, and he made the changes more or less that I think are worth changing. I think it's just the team's not the best. I'm going to give him a 5. A 5, maybe even 6 for the choices he made. It's not his fault for the choices he made, because if he's picking someone like and you're not happy with it, then we lose. Then you can say, right, and why are you bringing on that player or whatever?
Yeah,
I'm giving a 5 because he probably could have brought on a Lingard. He probably could have. That's it, I guess. Maybe played Delo, and it might have been a different game. So yeah, he gets a 5. But James says, I've seen nothing from Ragnick since he came. I've not been impressed. Yeah, you can't really be until you see new players in this team. Like, seriously, we can't do nothing because we're not fit enough. We don't have the right like fighters in the team. It's like you've got too many flair players on the pitch. You can't have that many flair players on the pitch. Even 2. We've got 3 and 4. We've got 5. We've got 5 flair players on the pitch. That don't work like mad, like crazy. Ronaldo can't work like mad. Rashford is half working like mad. Sancho works hard. Then you got Bruno, he like works, but he just goes everywhere. And then you got Pogba, who just stands around and can't really move. So you got too many players you can easily beat in this team. And that's why we're just not good enough defensively. And then going forward, we just don't have that blend. And that's what I mean.
No.
As soon as Mata comes on, you've got like more of a blend. If you had a Van der Beek in and around that, you have more of a blend. And then if you had like Rashford then making runs, Mata would put him in all day. All you have to say is, listen, get it and give it back to me and then make a run. Just keep doing that and I'll find you, lad. That's what I'll do because that's what I'm about, Mata. That's what Mata's about. Man, I think Rashford should leave, Conker says. Well, anyway.
I don't know, but that last point, 100%. That's what I forgot. I wrote that down in massive. We need fighters or terriers on the pitch. We need even in just 2 positions. We just need someone that will take the game on a scruff of the neck. Yeah, awful game.
Yeah,
what start of the weekend?
I know we've lost the game, and it says Ragnick was outstanding at Hoffenheim and Moscow. Hit that like and subscribe, people. Don't forget. Make sure you join us on the YouTube channel, KS1 TV, and the Man United Show. And obviously, if you're on Facebook, make sure you change your name so we can see your name. I think people are doing that now, so that's great. But guys, that's enough what we got for today. Yeah. We're gonna have to drown our sorrows in this. I think we got to drown our sorrows now, innit? It's like it's real poor. It's real poor. Who we got next? Garth, who did you say we got next?
It's Norwich, isn't it? I believe they said. Yeah, I'm sure it's Norwich. But then after that, it's Liverpool and Arsenal, or Arsenal and Liverpool, I think. So nothing but pain on the horizon. Nothing but pain, mate.
We are in for a rocky time towards the end of the season. We're 8 away from 1K, guys. So please make sure you like and subscribe and share as much as you can. And again, guys, this is it. That's the end of the show for us today. We will see you on Thursday if you guys are here for the Man United show, and we're going to be rounding up all the latest gossip around United and then talking about the next upcoming game. So thanks a lot, Garth, for coming on today. It's been
thanks for having me.
Good to have you on. And let's say stay safe and wash your hands.